Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All of us have two common factors, each one of us. One is the infinite potentiality of knowledge, and second is the infinite potentiality of action, dynamism. Every one of us have. It's not that Gujaratis have more and Biharis have less. No, the same. Now, both these potentialities, potentiality of knowledge and potentiality of action, they belong to common source. That common source is called as, you call it as a life, you call it as Chetana, call it as consciousness. Now, next point. When two lines originate from the same point, these lines cannot be parallel to each other. को खुश कभी नहीं होती. ओके, ठीक. अब उधर मत जाना पीछे. Yesterday you tortured me. When two lines are originated from the same point, these two lines cannot be parallel to each other. Simple rule. Like, my palm. Don't read my palm, I'll show like this. My palm. Now from this palm, two fingers come out. Now these two fingers, which are next to each other, coming from the same point, they cannot be parallel. Clear? Next step. As you go away from the origin of these two lines, go away, what is the next thing that happens? The distance between the two lines starts increasing. Clear? Very simple, it's not difficult. Now, the more away you go from the source, the origin, the distance between the knowledge and the action starts widening. Now, apply this principle in our own life. Knowledge. Early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. Everybody knows? Action. No, now today is Sunday, 10 o'clock only. So, what is the net result? Net result is, our own knowledge is not respected by us in our own actions. Is it not? Now, when one knowledge, second knowledge, third knowledge, and all that we know is not reflected in our life through action, what does it mean? We have gone far away from our source. See, friends, we go and listen to satsanga. What is satsanga? Knowledge. What is action? Our life. See? What is the knowledge? Knowledge is all the miseries that we have in our life. What we do, we condemn and blame others for our miseries. If I am a wife, the cause of my misery is my husband. Very simple default settings in our system. If I am a husband, the cause of my misery is my wife. If I am a father, the cause of my misery is my son. If I am a son, the cause of my misery is my Hitler dad. Now, next step. What will be the effect of this conclusion of our knowledge? I, as a wife, will try to improve the husband. I, as a husband, will try to improve the wife. I, as a father, will try to improve the son. I, as a son, will try to teach the father. Net result, 100% failure. And when this failure comes, then let us go to satsang. Like, when everything fails in life, we come to satsang. Chalo, wahan jaake sun lete. Okay, after having come here, what we want? See? One lady, a Sindhi lady in Bombay, it happened. After my lecture was over, I came down from the stage and she came, very round figure, no sharp corners. See? And she said, Swamiji, today's your lecture was so perfect for my daughter-in-law. Now look here. So you should come to my house and tell her. I said, my dear mother-in-law, tell me, you have come to listen. After listening by your own choice, you don't want to practice that in your life. And you want this knowledge to be practiced by someone else. See? So what is happening? Knowledge is not practiced in life. When the knowledge is continuously not practiced in life, every moment we disrespect our own knowledge. Now tell me, who doesn't know what is the duty of a wife towards husband? Everybody knows. Which husband doesn't know what is his responsibility towards his wife? He knows. Which father doesn't know what is his responsibility towards his children? Which children do not know what is their responsibility towards their parents? Everyone knows. Because we are knowledge. Now what is happening is, our own knowledge is not demonstrated in our own life. See? Now I will take your examination. Anybody I'll ask, get up and tell, oh God, oh Krishna, 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 he should not ask me. Now, from the first day onwards, one particular thing I told you number of times. Stop talking to yourself, number one. And number two, before you talk to anybody, ask a question, is it necessary to talk? You know this? Did I say this? Now the question is, did we practice it even once? See? Then what is the use of this knowledge which is not practiced in life? When the knowledge is in the book, it is heavy. If you take Gita Press's publication, Bhagavad Mahapuran, 2 volumes, at least 7-8 kilos, huge. Now, you by heart that whole Bhagavad. So it is no more in the books. It has come in your brain. Now after it has come in your brain, it is more heavy. How? You touch anywhere, I know the whole Bhagavad by heart. See? So earlier it was a physical burden, now it is intellectual burden. And whenever we carry burden, we are miserable. Now third step. When this knowledge which we have lifted from the books to the brain, when it is properly churned, when it is properly digested, when it is properly assimilated, that properly churned, digested, assimilated knowledge is called as wisdom. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is light. Therefore, all wise people are happy and all otherwise people are miserable. Think. The happiness doesn't drop in from the heavens. This is the only spiritual practice what Vedanta teaches us. Please practice the knowledge in your life. And for that, the next step is, we must be convinced of this knowledge. We have to be convinced. If we are not convinced, we will not practice that. See? All of us are convinced that money is valuable. Money is necessary. Because of this conviction, has anybody ever said that earning money is very difficult, therefore I am not going to earn the money? Has anybody said? Why? Because we have known, accepted the value for money. Now apply the same principle. See, if we have realized the importance of this, that we do not respect our own knowledge, how can others respect? Because when we don't respect the knowledge, that knowledge does not carry the meaning. And then we complain, Swamiji, my children don't listen to me. They know your reality. Why will they listen to you? There is one story. Once one mother reached Ramakrishna Paramahamsaji with her son, small child, maybe 7, 8 years old. And what are the mothers? They are nothing except complaints. Whenever any lady comes to me, I get, shivering. Oh God, complaint box is going to open. See? Only complaints. As if, they carry the whole load of the universe. So she came and complained to that great master. See, my son doesn't listen to me. He eats lot of sweets and therefore it is not good for him. You tell him that stop eating sweets. He will listen to you. He doesn't listen to me. So the great teacher says, okay, bring him next Sunday. Next Sunday, again the same thing he tells, bring him next Sunday, 4 Sundays. And on the 5th Sunday, he tells that boy, Beta, don't eat too much of sweets, it will create cavities and it will not be good for your own mouth. It will start stinking, bad smell. Okay, stop eating. And the child says, okay, Maharaj, I'll stop eating. And he stops eating. Now the mother Uvacha. Now the mother is having a problem. If you have to tell this thing, why didn't you tell on the first day? You made me come 5 times. See, the great master tells, before I tell your child, don't eat sweets, I must myself abstain from eating sweets at least for 1 week, then only my words will carry meaning. And therefore then the children listen. See friends, knowledge must be respected, demonstrated in our own life. Then only we are practicing Yoga Vedanta together. We are keeping these two things away from each other. If we are in yoga, carry the, AK-47. You must have seen all these yoga students, they carry that one round kind of thing, it's their mattress. Wherever they go, and nikalo, and they immediately spread it, and shavasana. Yoga. See? Under the disguise of yoga, the maximum corruption of understanding has happened. If you study Patanjali Yoga Darshan, there are only 2 sutras for asana. And the meaning of asana is totally different than what is practiced. See, there it is not talking about the body, it is thira sukham, steady bliss, not steady body. And this can be achieved by 2 techniques the teacher tells there, prayatna shaitilya. Don't struggle to prove anything to anybody in this world. Be yourself. And we can be ourselves only if we discard the burden of our individuality and merge in the totality. This is how out of Mohandas Karamchand a Mahatma is born. See, friends, then only we are practicing yoga. But instead of doing that, we simply get lost only in a small cocoon. So we have to practice Vedanta in our life, then Yoga Vedanta comes. So one extreme is we keep on doing yoga, and other extreme is only talking Vedanta. See, I had a friend and he took me, this happened in Bombay, Vile Parle. And he said, Swamiji, my friend is having a heart attack and he just operated. So please come and bless him. But he is not, the spiritual type. But, I feel it will help him. I went there. When I went there, what will I do? I started my ha-ha-hoo-hoo treatment. Said, hey, Kaka, congratulations. So he said, why congratulations? You have heart. Otherwise, how there can be heart attack? Ha-ha-hoo-hoo, overthink. And he got so disgusted. Because normally, those people who are seeking sympathies from others, they are very strong, pernicious ego. See, friends, don't live on the sympathy of others. Don't seek attention. Whenever we seek attention, it's a very strong Ebola. See? Therefore, it is extremely necessary for us to observe this. So, I went and ha-ha-hoo ho gaya. Then, after maybe a month or 2, he came to meet me. And that time, I was having splitting headache, migraine, I used to have very bad migraine headache. So when he came, I said, excuse me, please go back. I can't talk to you, come after 3-4 hours. I am having a splitting migraine headache. I cannot talk. Excuse me. Okay, go. He said, I will not go. So I had no courage to ask why. He said, Swamiji, congratulations. See? He said, do you remember? I said, do you know what remember? Heart was yours, head is mine. See, friends. So, our Vedantic knowledge is meant for others. We don't practice in our life. See, in Vedanta, the Upadesha Vakya, the great statement is Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi means you are that divine principle. So technically it is said that we have to, the words used are Tat Pada Shodhanam and Tvam Pada Shodhanam. Tat means that, Tvam means you. Tat, Tvam, Asi. There are 3 words. Ram is Sham. Means what? Ram and Sham, the names may be two, but they are indicating the same person, is it not? So, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. That means there is no difference between you and the divine reality. This is the Mahavakya. Now, next step. For that, the spiritual sadhana told is, first is Tatpada Shodhanam. Tatpada, that, Shodhanam is Shodhanam is seeking, searching. See? Tatpada Shodhanam. And the Tvampada Shodhanam. Tvam is you. There the meaning of Shodhanam means purification. Two words. Word is the same, meanings are two. So, we have to, according to Vedanta, first seek that, and second thing is purify yourself. When these two things are perfected, then Asi, the identity between you and the divine happens. Meaning, it is already one. Because of some reason, it appears to have been separated. So, the great teachers tell us, what is the spiritual practice for the Tvam, you, the individual? The spiritual practice is Tvam Pada Shodhanam, purification of your being. Now, what are the impurities? Impurities are, first, Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Vijnanamaya Kosh, Anandamaya Kosh. We are carrying the burden of these Panchakoshas. See? So, Tvam Pada Shodhana means purify yourself. What you are not, discard. So, first is Annamaya Kosh or the gross body. So, what is Vedantic sadhana? Vedantic sadhana is this understanding. Our body is not created by us. No, I am a self-made man. Like the amoeba, binary fission, I am born. No, our body is not created by us. Second thing, our body never listens to us. We want to listen to the satsang. Body doesn't cooperate. There are people who want to lose weight because they are heavy. Even if they look at the Amul ice cream advertisement printed on a billboard 10 miles away, they put on 5 kilo weight. At the other extreme, there are some agarbatti brand, even if they eat the whole buffalo live, they continue to be like that. See? So our body is not created by us, our body doesn't listen to us, and yet I am the body. Be attentive, nobody ever says I am the body, but we live as body, for the body, on everybody. See, what we have been living till date, just look within. When we talk about ourselves, what is that speech? What is the talk? The talk is, my husband is like that, my wife is like that, my children are like that, my mother-in-law is like that, father-in-law, blah, 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 blah. Now, these fellows who are miserable, mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother, father, husband, wife, children, who are they? Be attentive. They are born after body identification. When we are snoring away in deep sleep, we are not identified with the body, that time we are neither the husband nor the wife, neither the mother-in-law nor the daughter-in-law. Then who are we in deep sleep? Nobody. Why nobody? Because not identified with the body. See? These are the three stages Vedanta tells us, come to cognize this. One is Mukhyatma, our essential self. Second is Mithyatma, the illusory self. Third is Gaunatma, the secondary self. Essential self, we are divine. You don't have to do anything. You are, even if you don't want. But instead of accepting the truth, no, Swamiji, Papa Karma, suffer then. Now, after we take this step according to Vedanta, then purify yourself. What is the impurity? Impurity is theft. See, theft is establishment of one's ownership without the knowledge of the person who owned it earlier. It is called as theft. Is it no technical definition? We are more than the thieves. We are dacoits. What is who is a dacoit? He who openly snatches away the things and challenges, karna hai kar lo. Are we not that? The body is created by our parents. They did a mistake giving us to stay. Now the Rent Control Act has started functioning. We will not live. Not only that, not only body is mine, but I am the body. This is the first sin we all do. In Mahabharata, after the Vidura Niti, Vidurji was asked by the blind king Dhritarashtra, Vidur, you know so many things, man. Is there something which I don't know that you know? So Vidurji said, yes, there is one thing. What is that? There is no death. There is no death? We have heard, last life I was this, next life I will be this thing, and I was born. And you say there is no death, there is no... We see people dying, we do the Kriya Karma. How do you say there is no death? Please tell me. And then he invokes his Guru, Sanat Kumarji, and Sanat Kumarji goes through big way, and the most important verse in that particular area is, most wonderful verse, Anyatha santamatmanam anyatha pratipadyate kim tena nakrutam papam chorena atma apaharina. A question is raised. Anyatha santamatmanam. Essentially we are divine. Anyatha pratipadyate. But we make ourselves to be a miserable individual by identification with the body. Kim tena nakrutam papam. This is the highest sin. And who is the sinner? Chorena atma apaharina. He is the thief. See, friends. Therefore, in Tvam Pada Shodhanam, according to Vedanta, is first step, rise above the body identification. Now, how do we rise above body identification? Be very attentive. When I know, when I am identified with the body, then only I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc., etc. If I am not identified with the body, these fellows have no existence. And who is miserable? It is the wife who is miserable. The husband is miserable. The mother is miserable. The mother-in-law is miserable. The daughter-in-law is miserable. See, who are these? They are nowhere. So those who are not, they are miserable. See, friends. Therefore, Tvam Pada Shodhanam means come to cognize that we all have, when we have taken the costume of Chhatrapati Shivaji, talk like Chhatrapati Shivaji. After that role is over, you have to do the second role because the other fellow has gone. And the other role is Afzal Khan. Then in the second role, you play the role of Afzal Khan. After taking the role of the costume of the Afzal Khan, don't say, I will kill Afzal Khan. You are Afzal Khan. Oh, I forgot. I thought I am Shivaji. See, friends, in the same manner, we all put on different uniforms. One uniform is the wife, the husband, the brother, the father, the mother, the sister. So play those roles, that's it. And when you play the role, be attentive. When you play the role, you are perfect in your performance. At the same time, you are not attached to that character, that role that you are playing. That is Vedantic sadhana. See. So, tvam pada shodhanam. Play whatever role you have to play. And when you play your role perfectly well, there is joy in performance. There is no joy after performance. See? And when you play your role perfectly well, you will have no complaints, no regrets. In old age, many of us have got regrets. The reason is, when I was young, I should not have done this thing. Why did I do? When I was young, I should have done this thing I had never done. What should I do? In the old age, when we have to live 24 hours a day, all the misgivings of our life, they start dancing on the stage of our mind. Do you remember how you have cheated that fellow? And because of that, his whole family was destroyed. Now he is on the roads, you know everything. Because of me, he is like that. You see him every day, and he is suffering, but more than that, you are suffering. Because you know, you have done it. See, friends, therefore, when we are clear about it, that all these bodies are born after body identification. And these bodies are not real. So, to summarize this thought, what should be understood? Let us stop living as body and let us start living through the body. When we start living as body, then we are man, woman, etc. Then we start living through the body, then we are doing our role. And when the role is over, thereafter there is nothing to be done, nothing to be not done. Over. When one becomes clear about these facts, then tvam pada shodhanam is being practiced. Number one. And this is to be practiced on ourselves, not others, like I did. See, you got heart, therefore heart attack, No. It's to be practiced on ourselves. So be strict, disciplined, as regards you are concerned. Normally what we do, we want to see the world is disciplined. No, never do that. You cannot discipline the world. And second thing, you are not appointed as the general manager of the whole world. People should get up early in the morning. What about you? No, I am having, a chowkidar duty. Night I sleep. Do your duty perfectly well. That is important. Now, why we are not able to do this? See, there are two types of approaches to life. One is the approach that of the social worker, and second is the approach that of a spiritual seeker. A social worker, his focus is on in the society. And who are social workers? Those who have destroyed their family life, they have become sufficiently frustrated. There is no more they can destroy more. Therefore, they go into society to destroy the society. Social worker. See what is social service? Imposition of our views on others. See? I'll tell you one event that happened when I was traveling from Allahabad to Howrah many years before. It must be about 30, 40 years before. I was pretty young. They gave me a ticket and just somehow we reached the station. I told, let's go early. No, it is very near, don't worry, we'll reach there. I said, even then, I like to go and watch the people on the station. No, Swamiji, we'll go there on right time. You don't know how I suffer because of this. Staying 10 minutes more at home makes no difference. But after going to the airport, to run the long distance from here to there, it takes your life out. But they don't listen. Swamiji, we love you. You suffer, but you stay here. So, somehow I was pushed in the moving train. So I needed the train, I got duty. And after the TT came and looked at me, ticket kahan hai? Those small tickets used to be there, hard ones. So he said, get down, next station. There is no reservation. He said, third class ticket, get out from here. So I said, I can't jump from the running train. So he went and came back and I was sitting near the toilet, with that suitcase. You are not going again from here, I told you. I'll push you out. He was talking in Hindi. Then I invoked English and I spoke to him. Sir, I have got my lecture tomorrow morning in Howrah, in Calcutta, and it is necessary for me to reach. I agree I am at fault, but you can always help me. Please allow me to go. Now a UP person doesn't understand English like Gujaratis. Swamiji! So, he didn't understand and he couldn't reply. Theek hai. And I was saved. That day, Angreji Maiya ki Jai. What could not be achieved through Hindi was achieved through English. And the train was moving, lalavi. And it was 3-tier compartment. So, all people have taken their berths and near, this last one, this side 3 berths were occupied by 3 people, that side 3 berths. One person has gone somewhere else because one person was highly spiritual. The lower berth fellow, he opened his bottle very comfortably, kept it and started. When he started, I was sitting there. So when his level of spiritual evolution has increased, then he asked me, hey Babaji, how long will you sit there? I said, till Howrah comes. He said, no, you can't sit there. I said, okay, I'll stand up. Simplest way, never argue with anybody. Never argue. Vado na avalambyaha. If you really want to be happy, I'll give you one Maha Mantra. Anybody talks to you, give only one reply. I don't know. Over. Swamiji, iska kya kare? I don't know. And it should mean that you really don't know. Dumbo. That's it. So, he said, no, you can't sit there. Then I got up. Come and sit here. So he made me sit next to him. At least he gave me a seat. I said, thank you very much. And all the people in the compartment looking at, Baba ji bhi peene wala hai. See, they are looking like this and I was enjoying the whole tamasha, enjoying. And as the train was going, then he started walking straight on a zigzag road. So, he was not able to coordinate. I said, you sit down, I'll help you. So I took the bottle, took the glass, poured in properly and said, take this. Oh, Dhanyavad. And again, after some time, he entered in the Shambhavi Mudra. Shiva Yoga, he entered the Shambhavi Mudra. And slowly he slept. His Charan Kamal were in my lap. But at least I could sit there. And it continued after about 8 hours. And then, the diuretic effect of the alcohol started working. So he got up. And he went to bathroom and came back. He said, how long will you sit? I said, till that station comes. No, you should not sit like this. Now, I will sit down, you sleep. So, I slept and he was sitting. And all this thing was going on. And by then, Howrah station came. And the people who came to receive me came and namaskar, chamatkar, garland and every kind of thing. All the traditional rites when you are alive, these rites are done. So all these things are done. Then he said, hey, you are a big Babaji. I said, no, these people are big. Those who give respect, they are superior than those who receive respect. This is the rule. We have the wrong notion. See, friends, when we go before an idol in a temple, what is that idol? Made out of stone, by chisel and hammer all the time. And yet we give respect. So who is bigger? The stone is bigger or you are bigger? See, friends, this is what Vedanta tells. When we respect somebody, that body is not influenced, we change. See? But we have that arrogance. We don't respect anybody. If you learn this principle, 2 persons go before the same God in the same temple. One has faith, reverence, respect for that God. Other doesn't have. When both of them visit the same temple, same time, the one who has the respect, reverence, he enjoys the bliss and the joy. I'm so lucky I could make it. And the one who doesn't have any respect, reverence, chalo yaar, bahut ho gaya, chalo, chai peete. He will not enjoy. Now, that idol remains the same. One is benefited, other is not benefited. The reason is, the one who is benefited, he had respect and reverence for the Lord. The one who doesn't have is not benefited. Be attentive. So where is the locus of happiness? Locus of happiness is not in the idol, but in your mind where there is reverence and respect. Now, next step. Yesterday I was talking to Ravindra Bhai. Like we find out excuse how others are bad and I am good. See? I am not like others, waking up late. I don't wake up at all. See? Not like that. We find excuse. Why I am late? Because my driver didn't come, therefore. Why I slept in the lecture? No, because you were too anesthetic, therefore I slept in the lecture. So we are expert in finding excuses. Now find excuse for respecting everyone. Somebody is elder than us in age. He or she deserves respect. And when you deal with anybody in respectful attitude, you are benefited. See? Second thing, if somebody is richer than you, money-wise, wealth-wise, he deserves respect. You don't have to worry. Malum hai kaisa paisa kamaya. Then Lakshmi Amma has gone there, why you worry? We have to find out an excuse why I respect somebody. See? The third one, some leader. Don't worry what kind of person he is. He is able to befool more number of people. He is better than you. You can't fool yourself also. See? So, the first, respecting somebody because of the age is called as Kshatriya, is called as Shudra Buddhi. When we respect somebody because of the wealth, it is called as Vaishya Buddhi. When we respect somebody because of his power to motivate number of people, this is a Kshatriya Buddhi. If somebody is well-read, more knowledgeable, wiser than us, he deserves respect. Now, but if somebody doesn't have any one of them, then there is something wrong in your vision. बुरी नजर वाले अपनी नजर टेस्ट करा ले. See, what is that factor which will make us be attentive? Kabirji Maharaj used to say, we suspect the divine presence in the man-made idols, but in God's creation, we don't see God. And we are devotees. See, friends, I am not telling you don't go to temples. I am not telling you don't do puja to your Krishna. Do his seva. Give him a small little brush, little bit toothpaste on that, a small little bit of, that machardani, and here, Krishna, don't disturb you. Very, very good. That keeps you busy. But that doesn't mean we don't see the divine presence. And once you take this as a vow, I am going to respect everyone for one or the other reason. See? We do that after the person dies. Not when he is alive. Maybe because he died, we thank him, thank God, gone. Therefore, this man, when he saw me being received in a big way, he said, I never knew you are so big and all that. I said, okay, now what can I do? He said, no, I want to give you something. So he took out a bundle. Those days, 500 rupees notes were not there. 100 rupees bundle, fat bundle. I don't know how many things must be there. Please take. I said, I don't want. He said, because I am a drunkard. I said, no, I don't need. Why should I take? Then he said, you tell me, ask me anything, I'll give. I said, I don't need anything, and whatever you want to do, you do. I have no suggestions. I love you as you are. When I said to him, I love you as you are, that very hefty fellow, he started licking from his eyes. He immediately caught hold of my feet. He said, please ask me something I want to give. I said, okay, this money you are giving me, give it to some student who is unable to study because of lack of money. That will do. He said, one more thing I want to give. I said, what is that? He said, from today onwards, I promise I will stop drinking and all that money I will use for some children's education. I have not taught him anything. Only respect. God can come to us in any form. It is not necessary that he has to come in a particular gesture. Bhagavan Krishna aage, more pang to hai nahi, bevkoof bana rahe. He can come in any way. Don't challenge him. Then after do this practice, then whosoever comes in our life, he is none other than my beloved Kanhaiya Lal. Start. This is Tat Pada Shodhanam. So in Tvam Pada Shodhanam, we got rid of our body identification. Now the second thing comes. Our arrogance and ego becomes much stronger, One person, like yesterday I told you, one person comes and asks, Swamiji, can you tell me what is my age? So, I don't know. No, even then you can guess. Okay, you are 45. No. Really you tell. Okay, you are 18. Everybody thinks like that. But do you know? I know what? You are 81. Now he is living as body. He was all the time worried about body. And such people who are healthy in the old age, they have got a very strong ego and more body identification. Healthy people are problem to the society. Unhealthy people are busy with themselves. See? So, those who are blessed by God, they get all the diseases. See? And once this ego has to be discarded, there is only one way. In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratteya Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. My maya is very difficult to go beyond. Very difficult. There is only one way. Mam eva ye prapadyante. Those who surrender to me, number one. Those who surrender alone. Those who only surrender, they alone can transcend this maya. Surrender to the Lord is a path of devotion. See, there was one fisherman, he entered a lake. And when he entered the lake, there were so many fish there. So one elderly fish told the other fishes, hey, don't run away, stay here, nothing will happen. But elderly people are never treated with respect by the younger generation. So they say, no, we'll go away. They say, no, don't go, you will be caught. No, how can we be caught when we run away? So all of them ran away. And this old fish stayed near the feet of that fisherman. And when he took that net and threw, he will catch hold of every fish except the one who is at his feet. Mam eva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. See, friends. Now the question comes, what is devotion and what is surrender to the God? Our devotion is, we go before the Lord and we sign an MOU. Oh God, Anji, you have got all the power, all the energy, but no desires. Yes, I know that. Oh God, Anji, I have got all the desires, but no power. I know that. Why not we sign an MOU? My infinite desires is my investment. Your infinite powers is your investment. And this is how we become devotee. That is not devotion. Our devotion is, we make God as the means and worldly achievements as the goal. Devotion is, worldly life is the means and surrender to Him is the goal. See, friends. And then be very attentive. Once you take to the path of devotion, you go beyond the law of karma. Very difficult to digest, no? This principle I learned from one police in Delhi. Somebody was driving me, one lady was driving. And we were getting late. I said, Mama, jump red light. You are in Delhi, Bharat ki Rajdhani, come on. So that poor lady jumped, and near that corner, police was waiting. He stopped. So I told the police, I said, hey Mahatma ji, she is not at fault, I am at fault because I forced us to drive fast, and therefore you tell me I will pay the fine, not her. He looked at me. He said, hey Maharaj, yes. Traffic rules are applied on those who drive the car, not on the passengers. See how beautiful it is. Law of karma is applied on those who have the arrogance of doership. Those who have surrendered at the feet of the Lord, for them the law of karma does not operate. We simply say, Jehi vidhira ke Ram, Dehi vidhira hi. See friends, a devotee has no complaints. A devotee is always content. A devotee is always happy. A devotee has self-confidence. See? Then, in that devotion, I dissolves. Now see the two things. By the Tvam-pada Shodhanam, we have discarded the burden of body identification. Now we are without any identity. Now this I is now surrendered at the feet of the Lord. Therefore, now this I disappears like the ice cube. If it is thrown in the ocean, after a few moments, where the ice cube has gone, it merges in the ocean. See? So a devotee is the one who has dissolved his individuality. And after dissolving the individuality, then he is completely empty. So in that emptiness, the divinity starts manifesting in its full glory. When the divine manifests in full glory from any point of expression, that point of expression is called as Mahatma. See friends, Mahatma is expression of the divinity in its full glory. And therefore, Mahatmas cannot have Abhiman, cannot have ego, because God doesn't have ego. And if there is no ego, there is no misery. See, this is a simple equation. More the miserable a person is, stronger is the ego. Less miserable a person is, less is the ego. There is no ego, no miseries. Bhagavan is Paramananda because there is no ego. So whenever we become miserable, immediately know, oh, ego kahan tak aaya, yahan tak aaya, niche karo, niche karo, niche karo. See? Ego is, be attentive. Ego is a mule carrying the burden of total past in the form of possessions and relations. He is ego. If we come and live in the utter present at this very moment, ego is zero. Like in deep sleep, there is no past. When there is no past, there is no future. But presence is there. Present without the past and the future tenses is tension-free presence. Living as presence is freedom from ego. See friends, therefore Yoga Vedanta is this. This is the knowledge Vedanta gives us. Now we have to apply that knowledge is yoga. So what will be the first step to apply this knowledge in our life? Step number 1, always be happy. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna tells signs of God realization in many places. One place he says, Brahma Bhutaha, the one who is abiding in the reality. How do we know? Please be attentive. How do we know that we are abiding in the reality or not? You can't go and ask anybody. Because in that experience, there is no other. To whom will you ask? Like, when you sit for meditation, there is nobody. Whom will you ask? Honey, ab kya karu? So ja. There is no soulmate. So, what are the signs that we can assure ourselves we are going the right way? First signpost, Prasannatma, you are ever cheerful. Whenever we are happy, we are in the present. Whenever we are not happy, we are either in the past or in the future. Jaane kahan gaye wo din, bhaad mein tum bhi jao. See? At this moment, when you laugh, when you are happy, that moment you are neither a man nor a woman. You are neither rich nor poor. You simply are, that's it. So the first spiritual practice, be happy. One place, after my talk, they asked me this question. Swami, what kind of, logo you have? Normally, the logos have got, like there is one flame, or the sunrise, or there is a swan, or there is a snake, kundalini, something like that. And something is written in Sanskrit which nobody understands. This is what normally the logo is. What kind of your logo? I said, look here. This is called as logo. Logo means logo ke liye. Now tell me, when you look at this logo, does it take any time for you to understand what is spiritual practice? But there you are told, no, that snake goes this way, that way, and then you say, my kundali ud gayi, baith gayi. Don't get lost in that. The real spiritual practice is begin. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Remain ever cheerful. And whenever you remain cheerful, you have to be in the present. You cannot be happy yesterday, you cannot be happy tomorrow. See? Get this point. Therefore, one of the literature I'll tell you, keep on reading the joke books, light books, the SMS, WhatsApps. That is the highest literature I respect in this world. Like the other day I received one, you also must have received WhatsApp. That that political party in Bombay, Manase, what they call, I don't know. Menas? Okay, that one. And the other one is Aap. So they have decided to come together and open a party. And they named the party Manastap. Frustration. Find out reason to laugh without joining a laughing club. These people who join the laughing club, they are frustrated of the highest order. Because there they laugh with a discipline. If you are disciplined, you cannot laugh. If you laugh, you can't have discipline. If you think, you cannot laugh. If you laugh, you cannot think. You see, life is so beautiful, friends. Therefore, see, the other day, one person told me this story. Swamiji, do you know that Savitri and Satyavan story? I said, little bit I know. You know, in that, during Karwa Chauth, one lady told me this story. You know that Satyavan, when he died, his wife fought with Yama and got him back. This is the power of the Pativrata, is it not? I said, yes. But what do you understand? I said, I understood differently. What did you understand? I said, the husband can be saved from death, but not from wife. See, all the husbands are happy. At this moment, my dear friends, you are one with God. See, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. And when you are prasanna, cheerful, happy, then na shochati. You don't bring your dirty past and destroy the present. This is what oldies like me do. When youngsters are there, immediately youngsters, do you know, beta, when we were children, they are not interested in our past. They are interested in their own future. But oldies have zero future. What future old people have? People are waiting, jata kyun nahi? See, friends, if you remain really cheerful and happy, you will never digress in your past. Now take this as a spiritual practice. Do not talk about your past to anybody and do not ask anybody about their past. See, watch your mind at this moment. You are at peace. How simple it is. Na shochati. Na kangshati. Constantly worrying about the future. I don't know what is going to happen to this world. If you don't know, relax. If you know, prepare. Where is a place for worrying? See, friends, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kangshati. Then Samaha Sarveshu Bhuteshu. For him, there is nobody as an unknown person. No. We are all known to each other. Only thing, we never met. That's all. If you are able to be at home, in every place, with every person, in every situation, then your ego is minimum. But for us, what happens? When we are with the children, we become bigger. Stand properly. Don't sit like that. Don't, why? Because I am a grown up. So elderly people, they have to remind themselves that I am grown up and others are children. The real life is, when we are with the kids, be childlike. When we are with the youngsters, be Coca-Cola brand. When we are with the elders, be ready to die. But in fact, remain yourself. See, friends, Samaha Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. This is the meaning of real bhakti, real devotion. Now see here, nowhere Bhagavan has said, take the mala in the hand, take out the finger, chuna finger, and nowhere it is said. See, friends, Mad Bhakti Labhate Param. This is the meaning of Tattvamasi Mahavakya according to Vedanta, and it is to be implemented in life, that is yoga. See? So the first step what we have seen is freedom from body identification, first step. Then the second step, We may free ourselves from body identity, but the I remains. Now this I also has to be dissolved. Dissolving the I is dissolving the Jiva Bhav. See? So these are the two things, complete Vedanta. First, freedom from gross body. Second, freedom from the subtle body or the Jiva Bhav. See? When these two things happen, then there is no more anybody left. See? It is like in Lucknow, there is a place called Bhul Bhulaiya. It is some Nawab's place it is, When the partition happened, that Nawab has gone to Pakistan, now that huge, beautiful building, when the owner has left, then government took over. In the same manner, when the ego goes away, the Lord takes over. And this is how the Paramatma starts expressing through us. Therefore, don't struggle for God realization. Let Him express through us. And as we search for a right person for getting our job done, in the same manner, He is searching for a right person to express through. So what is our spiritual practice? Remain as a fit instrument, bodily, mentally, intellectually, spiritually. Remain as a fit instrument so that He will choose us for His projects. We have nothing to do, nowhere to go. Like a screwdriver has no purpose. The one who wields the screwdriver in the hand, he has the purpose. Let us surrender ourselves to His will, but with a perfection. Not, oh Lord, carry me. No. Let us not be burden on Him, but let us be a fit instrument so that He can express through us His ideas, His life. With this, we can practice this yoga Vedanta or suffer as we are doing. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.